What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, alongside my man,
Sean Torbody, High Performance Nutrition.
Guys, got to click on the link below. Look at his products. NR, obviously, one of the best sellers.
AlphaNad.
AlphaNad. Fucking, I'm linking AlphaNad too.
We're gonna link AlphaNad in everything we do. That's pre-alpha from our boy Mike Rashid, MTS Whey, and NR. Sick combo, sick price. Try it.
And just as a props, a shout out, because we don't want to make Mike mad, because unlike me, he can box. That motherfucker can box, but you can too. I just grab him. Check it out.
Not Mike. I'll run away.
No, I'm not fucking fighting Mike. You couldn't fucking pay me to fight that guy. Yeah. I'd take a punch, just one. But anyway, we were talking about this yesterday at Metroflex Long Beach, and we get passionate. We talk about training. And the thing is, we were talking about training specificity, and he's actually, I don't know if, but he might be doing, he likes to do a little powerlifting shit here and there, right?
Right.
And we were talking about training for specificity and why it's different when you're a bodybuilder than when you're a powerlifter. When you're powerlifting, when you're a football player. We actually answered a question on his channel, which you should go to, which I'm gonna link down below, about a football player who want to know how to keep his gains during the season. Our answer was, fuck gains, maintain that shit, train 1 to 2 times a week, not near failure, and fucking worry about performing.
Right.
As bodybuilders, we train for hypertrophy. Powerlifters train for strength. Basketball players, football players train for mobility and their on-field execution of movements. And this is something Sean's actually well-versed in, specificity training, because he trains Major League Baseball players.
Well, see, the thing that we always have to keep in mind is the off-season is the time where you progress in terms of your performance in the weight room and in different metrics like speed and training, things that you train in terms of the weight room and increasing your performance in that manner. Yeah. But when it comes time for the season, all that has to take a backseat to what your actual activity is.
Yeah, that's what you're training for.
Yeah, you're training for that. So you can't lose sight of that as an athlete. If you're trying to be a baseball player, we totally aren't going to have them be squatting and benching to failure, much less deadlifting or taxing their nervous system, anything that's going to impair performance on the field. We're focusing on mobility and maintaining as much strength as we can with minimal volume and intensity, very much so minimized so that nothing impacts recovery and performance on the field.
Now that's the thing, is that it's been, it's funny, someone, Ali, asked me the other day, well, how long have you not squatted for? 2 weeks. I've gotten a lot of flack on this channel because I'm taking time off of squatting, but at the end of the day, as a bodybuilder, my main goal is hypertrophy, and at this phase of my career, or at least for this time period of training, this periodization, this block, as we talked about yesterday, I'm not doing squats unless some things fucking heal up, and I might not do them again. I don't fucking know. I might do them tomorrow.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I'm a fucking bodybuilder. I'm not a power lifter. I'm not doing bench press either because the last strain, I've already torn a pec partially. Fuck it, it's not worth the risk. At this phase in my career, my goal is not to get snapped the fuck up. My goal is to maintain, grow as much as I can. I'm not gonna have 10-pound newbie gains in a month. Okay, I'm gonna slowly progress, slowly get better, slowly get crisper. At the end of the day, a dumbbell bench press and a fucking leg press is enough. For me, I'm a bodybuilder. I do not plan on going up and fucking doing the IPF fucking nationals in powerlifting. Right. Nor do I fucking plan on being a professional tennis player. Nor do I fucking plan, even though I'm gonna do it, on doing Muay Thai or doing fucking boxing because I like doing them. I like being kind of varied my training. But that's not my focus. My focus right now is fucking winning a NABA Pro Show.
Yeah, stimulating and maintaining muscle mass.
I'm a fucking bodybuilder, okay? You train mainly for bodybuilding, for aesthetics. That's why Sean will mix this shit up for aesthetics, but we like to be strong. I'll test myself. I'm obviously not going to the gym and just lollygagging. You saw us fucking maxing out that shoulder press on that last video. Yeah. We're not just going there fucking touching weights, fucking doing 15 to 80 reps and shit, fucking doing Jack LaLanne, even though he's the fucking man, type fucking bullshit from back in the day. Yeah, my man. But I don't train like Jack.
No.
But he fucking rocked that jumpsuit, man.
Yeah, he did.
But dude, here's the thing. If you're a fucking athlete, train like I train kids, man. I fucking coach conditioning. And I do it with them. And they're better than me, and they're 8 years old. Why? Because they're fucking athletes. I'm an athlete. I'm a different kind of athlete. I'm an athlete who displays his physique.
Right.
I'm not a power lifter. I don't give a fuck how much I bench. I don't give a fuck how much I squat.
And neither do the judges.
No, I just give a fuck that I'm veiny, big, and hard like a large white penis. Yeah, but I mean, Sean, you're so well versed in this. It's like, And we get this all the time, and the fucking armchair quarterbacks we talked about before,
Right.
they know it all, that to be a successful bodybuilder, you have to squat. You tell that to Dorian Yates.
Right, exactly. And I mean, it's not that squatting isn't...
I love squats. Every beginner and intermediate needs to base their fucking entire fucking life around squats.
Right, but you'll get to a point where, I mean, if you haven't seen Marc's legs, then, you know, you need to check that out immediately before you even say shit to him. But there comes a point where you've stimulated enough hypertrophy from squats where you can just work on maintaining it and building more detail and not fucking yourself up, because the amount of weight that you can build up to. I'm getting to this point now at my current weight where relative to your body weight, there's a certain point where you just start getting hurt because the forces on the different fulcrum points and the movements just become too much for your lower back or different extremities other than where you're trying to stimulate. So if you're trying to stimulate your quads and your hamstrings, but your lower back and your upper back and shoulders are getting messed up because of the sheer amount of weight you need to use, then perhaps it's time to look at a different movement.
Yeah, you know that song, All the Single Ladies? Okay, all the fucking powerlifters out there, I want you guys to comment below. If you're above 35, 40 years old, how are you walking right now? I know a lot of powerlifters, and every day they complain to me about their joints and their back and their hips and their fucking this and their that. Ronnie Coleman is the greatest bodybuilder of all time. He has to get 2 hip replacements. Why? Because he fucking trained really heavy and really hard. Yet when I went and saw Dorian, that motherfucker's running around like a fucking 20-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. And Dorian's injured a lot of things, but you got to realize Ronnie was squatting and deadlifting 800 pounds at 3 weeks out. And guys got to realize I stay at about 5 to 7% body fat year round. I have no fucking cushion for the pushing. You know what? When a girl's on top, she's getting in her thigh bruises on my fucking hips. It is what it is. Sorry. I don't know. Why am I saying shit like that today? California's fucked me up, man. Especially with...
Sorry, Katie.
No, here's the thing, there's a bunch of whores in California. I gotta go on a side. We went out to get some food, right? We stopped by a place to get a drink. I drank a Diet Coke like a boss. And there's a lot of whores in California, man. And also, I got a question for you guys. If a girl kisses one dude and then kisses another dude, isn't it like the dudes are kissing each other?
And what if they don't know? Is it still gay?
And if it is, there's nothing wrong with that. Disclaimer. No, but on a tangent. God, this channel goes on too many fucking tangents. Yeah, on its... What the fuck was the topic? It was training specificity. Seriously, I'm like, we're talking about whores now.
Yeah, so basically, the point is you have to think about what your goals are in your training, be it if you're an endurance athlete, if you're a strength athlete, if you're training for aesthetic appearance, or if you're training for sports performance. You have to understand that and base your training around that. You can't lose sight of, for example, I'll tell you this, when I was first starting out in training, I started training a friend of mine who was on his way to becoming a pro golfer. He was a really high level amateur golfer. And he started training with me, and I was training him like a bodybuilder, because at the time, I was one of the youngest people to ever get the NASM certificate. I had to have my friggin' parents sign me in for the test.
That's awesome.
I was 16 years old. So I started training my friend who was a golfer, and I pretty much ruined this guy because I made his chest, shoulders, and arms so big that I actually cut into his back and shoulder mobility.
That's why
his swing coach called me up and called me everything but a white woman because of the fact that I had ruined his golfer's range of motion. So now, understanding so much more about athletic performance, this would never happen. But you have to understand what you're training for.
It's like Jay Cutler throwing a football, or me fucking using a tennis racket.
Yeah, you got to be able to reach behind your head.
It just doesn't work, and reaching around has never been a strength of mine.
Because reaching around...
That's not a game.